starting on under 95, Mr. Speaker.
The Supplementary Budget 2 report was today tabled and debated in Parliament, which has now revised President William Ruto's maiden budget by slashing 24 billion Kenya shillings from the proposed 144 billion by National Treasury.
The business of having to do budgetary revisions thrice in a year is not very good budgetary practice.
We have to bite the bullet and go to reduce what we had budgeted for so that we are able to actually live within our means.
It is good the last supplementary budget be done at least 2 months before the end of the financial year.
However, the reduced development budget by 75 billion was a concern, despite recurrent expenditure increasing by 51 billion Kenya shillings.
The more we continue reducing development budget in our supplementary budgets, the more we are not helping the economy to grow.
We are reducing so much from the social side and leaving more on the defense side. And more importantly, that is where our people are suffering.
Revenue targets following projection of shortfall have now been reduced by 250 billion, causing the deficit of 900 billion in the budget to be financed more domestically. The Treasury will now borrow 589 billion locally compared to 319 billion externally, which directly affects access to loans by Kenyans.
Ambitious budgets that actually make us look for ways to raise money that sometimes actually pits us against an economy that is struggling and an economy that has been dwindling.
The Ndindi Nyoro-led committee also tabled the budget estimates for the upcoming fiscal year, which will stand at 3.91 trillion.
The budget for this financial year is 4.006 trillion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker.
The 2.9 trillion revenue targets, however, raise eyebrows of whether the revenue collecting body KRA would hit the targets despite already experiencing challenges in the current fiscal year.
The only sunshine in that, Honorable Speaker, is that over 750 billion will be going into paying domestic debt, Honorable Speaker, in terms of interest rates, and therefore this is money that could end up in the pockets of Kenyans.
The consolidated fund services will gobble 1.08 trillion Kenya shillings, in which the lion's share is meant for repayment of loans. Following a mediation on the division of revenue bill between the Senate and National Assembly, 400 billion has now been allocated to county governments. The Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung will on Thursday next week present the budget for the financial year 2024-2025 in Parliament.
Thank you, Honorable Murui.
Joel Chacha, K24 TV, Nairobi.